Kalajit surrounded Kusha with his troops, but the latter killed them all and joined his brother. Rama was about to send Bharat with more troops to reinforce the army of Lakshmana with instructions to Lakshmana that they should put upon the boys a fascination weapon and seizing the two boys bring them to him alive so that their mother might not cry for them. But in the meantime, a few wounded warriors went and informed Rama that Lakshmana had fallen in the field of war with Kalajit and all the warriors commanded by him. Rama, hearing this, grieved much for Lakshmana and immediately dispatched Maruti and Bharat with more warriors. When Bharat saw the boys just like Rama, he said to Maruti, "There is no doubt that the boys are sons of Rama." "I should think so," replied Maruti. Lahu and Kusha saw them whisper to each other and said, "No doubt they will engage us in conversation and take the Shamakarna from us." Kusha told Lahu to watch the horse, and he himself came up to Bharat and asked him, "You are, I suppose, elder than Lakshmana, are you not? You seem to be a brave soldier. Just tell me what is your name, who your parents are, and tell me with whom you fought before." "My name is Kusha," replied the child. "Depart from this place," continued Bharat, "and tell your mother that I have spared your life." "I think Rama has sent you here to capture us," said Kusha. "I now tell you, either fight with me or depart from this place as soon as you can. I do not pursue you. Just go and get your Rama here." Bharat got enraged and let off various arrows and weapons at Kusha, which the latter cut off very easily. At last he let off a diamond weapon at Maruti and made him insensible. This news having been communicated to Rama, the latter mounted his chariot and personally came to the field of the war with the army of the monkeys. The monkeys threw at the boys mountains, rocks, and trees, which they broke with their weapons and killed many monkey warriors, and some monkeys fled for life. At this time, Maruti jumped into the air to lift up the boys with his tail, but Kusha, perceiving his intention, let off a powerful arrow at him, which struck the monkey and brought him down. Kusha loudly said, "O ugly monkey, you destroyed the Ashoka forest, but here you cannot do anything. The throwing of stones and mountains at demons was not a war. There is no Dronagiri here. You jumped over the sea and burned Lanka. There is nothing like that here." In the meantime, Sugriva threw trees at the boys, but Lahu cut them off and made Sugriva, Nila, Jambavant, Angad, and Maruti and other monkeys insensible. Looking at this defeat, Rama let off the arrows at the two boys, which the latter cut off, and let off innumerable arrows, which seated throughout the sky without hurting Rama. Looking at the bravery of the boys, Rama asked, "Children of the rishis, listen to me. I shall give you what you want. I shall give you a cow, which will give you milk. I am pleased with you and will give you whatever you want." "We want nothing from you," replied the boys, "but on the contrary, we will give you whatever you want. You can enjoy your own wealth. We have heard enough of you. You are such a heartless and cruel man that no one like you can be found on this earth. Sita, an innocent woman of virtue, you left alone in the forest. This is the most wicked on your part." Listening to what they said, Rama was moved with affection for them and thought of stroking their heads with tenderness. But the boys told him to continue fighting with them. "Just tell me," said Rama, "who you are, who your parents are, which guru gave you education, who taught you Dhanurvidya, science, arts, and mantras." The boys heartily laughed and said, "This man does not feel for his brothers. He wants us to tell him stories. Sir, first fight with us and then ask us stories. You have killed Ravana and done many brave acts. Now let us see a little of it. We shall never allow you to depart from this place without fighting with us. If you cannot fight with us, return home quietly or be a sannyasi, because you have neither wife nor children." Rama asked, Tell me who you are, and then I shall fight with you. In the meantime, a voice in the sky said, Rama, do not fight. The boys are your sons. As soon as Rama heard what the voice had said, he fell down insensible. Kusha came up to him and taking off his mugud, put it on his own head. Lahu stripped Lakshmana of his ornaments and wore them himself. Having done this, they mounted the chariot of Rama and tying up Maruti, Sugriva, Angad, Jambavant and other monkeys to the chariot for the amusement of their mother drove to their abode. They told Sita that they had made Rama and his brothers insensible in the field of war and killed all their warriors. Here are the monkeys, said they, we have brought for your amusement. Sita knew them and did not come out, because they might feel ashamed of their state. She said to her sons, let the monkeys go away. We shall never keep them here. The boys then went and untied them. The monkeys came and informed Rama of what they had seen. In the meantime, Valmika returned from Patal, and having been informed of what had happened, he went and brought all the warriors to life by sprinkling water over them from his Kamandala. The rishi then gave two boys and Sita in charge of Rama, who heartily embraced them. Shortly after, Rama took leave of Valmika and returned to Ayodhya with his sons and completed the Ashwamedha. The end.